What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Other Side of the Firewall podcast. We're talking about the latest and greatest of cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Tynes.
What's up? What's up?
And LeVon Maynard.
And welcome to the show.
What is going on? So welcome to another week. We are back. Definitely tune into our content earlier in the week where we talk about the Janet Jackson Rhythm Nation song that's a side channel attack now, apparently. We talk about the mega DDoS that hit Google. It's like 46 million requests per second. On Wednesday, we talk about two new Apple zero-day vulnerabilities and how that the tally now this year is 6. As LeVon shakes his head. The judgment that he said, no. The judgment over there. It's definitely tuning for that one. But today's episode is the what we call the weekly rundown, where we talk about everything else but cybersecurity. So movies, books, TV shows, how our week was, things of that nature. So it's different, right? So if you want to hear the cyber stuff, go back. We got 3 episodes for you this week. This is the nerd stuff. So to continue to tune in this one actually always beats the other episodes every week. Put it out there. So this one usually sometimes it's double, like a Monday or Tuesday episode in listening. So definitely continue to support us. We greatly appreciate that. But without further ado, how's everybody's week?
Hey, mine was pretty good. I got to check out the latest She-Hulk on Disney Plus. I enjoyed that. I thought it was a pretty good episode. The very first episode is out. I'm actually curious how long this season is going to be. They seem like they've been having kind of short seasons between these, like, was it?
Yeah,
Moon
it's been
Knight?
6. Yeah. And Moon Knight was 6. Miss Marvel was 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it'll probably be 6 again.
Obi-Wan too. Obi-Wan too is another.
Oh yeah, yeah.
6 too,
So they're kind of like short seasons.
Yeah.
So I mean, but sometimes they have a good amount of content in there. But I'm interested to see kind of where they take She-Hulk. But I've been enjoying it. The first episode was a good kind of opener.
Yeah.
From there, I watched. I kind of got caught up on some anime stuff that I kind of missed out on. Well, first of all, I saw that the latest Dragon Ball Super movie that came out in the theaters, Dragon Ball Super Superheroes. Watched that in the theaters. I give it like a 7 out of 10. It's pretty, it's good. It has a little nostalgia in there from the Red Ribbon Army, some of the androids and stuff like that pop in there. But it's nothing like fantastic that you're gonna like if you don't see it, that you're really missing out on everything. But you do get to see Gohan do some, put some work in. So you kind of highlight him. He's kind of like the main guy in this movie compared to like it being Goku or Vegeta. So definitely check that one out. And also there's the latest movie for My Hero Academia. It came out last year. I checked that one out. It's pretty good. I give that another like 7 out of 10. Just like, they have some good action scenes in there, good animation. I think they have like higher budget for the movies compared to like the regular TV shows. So they did a pretty good job there.
Was that one in the theater too, or was that on a streaming service? Or?
That one was on the streaming service.
Okay.
Like but that one came out. Yeah, that one came out like last year sometime.
So I still haven't started anime yet. My kids keep telling me to watch it, but I haven't started it yet.
Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll. But obviously you have to like subscribe and all that kind of stuff. But
doesn't HBO Max have Crunchyroll or no?
They have like a small selection, like
like it's
specific,
like very small.
Yeah, like a super. Yeah, you won't really get out the whole
catalog that they offer.
Right. And that was before the merger. So after the merger, everything's just getting smaller apparently. So you have like one show.
Right. Right. I know. Then I got to catch up on Better Call Saul. They finished out the season, the final season, final episode. Got to watch that. I think it was good. I think they closed it out pretty appropriately. It's a good finale conclusion. I think it's a great series. I think it's to me, I mean, it's up there with Breaking Bad, but maybe not as like impactful as Breaking Bad. But I think it's got really good, good drama, good dialogue, good actors and everything that they put in there. And it's kind of like the classic, like, gangsta, like, or I would say like Mexican cartel, and then you got the lawyer that's like he's kind of a shady lawyer, but he's a defensive what do you call it, like a defensive lawyer? I forgot what you call that.
Yeah, defense attorney.
Defense attorney. So he's actually kind of getting these like kind of shady people out of jail, and then he kind of gets wrapped up in some drug business, but then kind of snowballs from there. But it's a good series. I definitely recommend people check that one out. And then I got caught up on American Horror Story. Been watching that. That's a pretty. It's been all right this season. Actually, the last episode I watched was kind of nasty. They had this, I don't know, this woman that had like these boils that would like ooze like stuff, and like when people would like eat some of her boils, they would like get healed. It would like basically ward off any illness, or like if they were sick or something like that, they would instantly be healed. But it was nasty, like, and they'll like basically have like pus oozing out of her body. But she's like, yeah, lick this pus and then you'll be healed. And it was like some I had to like when I first started the episode, I was eating. I was like, no, I can't watch this while I'm eating. I had to switch it immediately.
What's the thing? This I haven't watched American Horror Story. I've watched the very first season. I watched the one that was like OJ, maybe, I don't know. It had Cuba Gooding Jr. was in it.
So that's not
what season that was.
That's not American Horror Story though. That's just the actress that was doing all the seasons. She played Marsha Clark or whatever. I don't think it was American Horror Story though, was it?
I could be wrong, but then I did watch a different one. I started watching the one where
I think that was
not the carnival one. It was a different one. It was like the VHS one. It was like horror. It was they're all horror stories, but it was like the 80s. I want to say it felt like a slasher. It felt like they were at a cabin or whatever.
Right. They were.
I saw that one too. Yeah. But I've only seen bits and pieces.
Yeah. So they switched it up. Like, so now each episode is like its own story. So it's like
okay.
Kind of
so
like
it's not a big theme. It's like just little smaller vignettes.
Right.
Okay.
So it's like if you see like Black Mirror or something like that, or Twilight Zone, I guess it's kind of like everything is like within its own episode.
Okay.
So yeah, that's kind of how they're doing it now. But some of them are interesting. Some of them are kind of like just okay, whatever.
Right.
And sorry if you hear some noise in the background. My dog just coming up the stairs here, but yeah, so check that out. That's been pretty good. And then there's something else I was going to mention.
Was it Day Shift?
I did watch Day Shift. Yeah, Day Shift. Yeah, I just thought it was okay. It was like it's one of those movies you can watch while you're like doing something else, kind of thing.
Right.
Like, you put it on and you kind of like, I don't know, you're checking your phone for like the latest news or something. It's just it's just okay. I think it's has some pretty good a few good action scenes in there. They have like Jamie Foxx doing some of the shotgun thing and like shooting vampires' legs off and shooting them in the head and all this kind of stuff, shooting them in the body, making them fly across the room. And then you had your contortionists that are running around doing random stuff, coming out the like fireplace.
A lot of contortionists. Like, I was like, how did they find so many contortionists? It's probably the same group of contortionists.
Right. They're like a pack.
So many of them. Yeah.
It's probably a Cirque du Soleil troupe or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. Whatchamacallit? Yeah. So I checked that out. I just thought it was kind of okay, but nothing like Jamie Foxx not going to win any kind of Academy Award or anything like that for this performance or anything. But yeah, I've been playing some Far Cry 5. Actually, pretty close to completing that one. I actually started that maybe a couple of weeks ago. And I also started. I don't know if I talked about this last time we were on, but I started Horizon Forbidden West. Kind of started the first section, but I kind of put it on pause so I was going to finish off the Far Cry and go back to Forbidden West. And I say Forbidden West, so far it's been kind of okay. I want to say like it doesn't like start out with any kind of like big thing, like just sucks you in, like, oh my god, what's going to happen next kind of moment. Just kind of starts off kind of slow, like, okay, we have Aloy and this guy's like kind of reunited, and they're kind of like, oh, we're noticing stuff starting to spread, and we got to like do something now. And they start like exploring, and like you got to like relearn the buttons kind of thing, and it's showing you like, okay, press this button to squat, this button to run. but it's nothing like crazy. But you know, I'm definitely gonna go all the way through it. I may put it, not gonna put as much time as Shannon did with the original Horizon. And I put like 200 hours. But I'll try to get most of the.
It wasn't 200, LeVon. It was going like 110.
Right. Yeah, so I'll put some time in. I think the first one I did actually get like I did like all the side quests, and I think I got like unlocked all her like her tree of like abilities and all that kind of stuff. So I'll probably do the same thing. But yeah. So that's been my week so far. How about you, Shannon? How's your week been treating you?
Man, it was pretty good. I can't complain. Went and saw Thor: Love and Thunder in the theaters Sunday, and it was okay. So like I know on Rotten Tomatoes it's ranked lower than Dark World, but it's not worse than Dark World.
Oh no,
right.
That's the worst of the worst.
Yeah, like it's not worse than that one. And I think what it is the Marvel fans are getting spoiled, right? Like they expect Grand Slam every time. It's just not going to happen, right? Like, especially as they're bringing in different directors. Granted, this was not a different director. This is the same director who did Thor Ragnarok, which was awesome.
Yeah,
like I love Thor Ragnarok, but I think they were trying a little hard for the humor, and it just doesn't play out like it did in Ragnarok. You know what I'm saying? But no, it was still good. I'll still watch it again when it comes out on Disney Plus, right? In like 90 days or whatever it is. I'll still watch it. She-Hulk on Disney Plus. I like that. That was good. My fear was going to be that it'd be a lot of fourth wall breaking, you know what I mean? Where she's talking to the audience, but it wasn't. Because like that's what I didn't like about Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2, to me, it was too much. It seemed like every 5 minutes he's talking to us. I'm like, all right, man, come on. You can go back to doing some of this other stuff and only talk to us every so often like you did in the first one. But it wasn't a lot of that. And like how the whole, the transformation occurred, it was quick, and I thought it would be more to it than how it happened, like how she got
so they said they restructured it. I was reading an article that said that was not going to be the first episode, like that was going to happen later. That's why she talks, like that's why she breaks the fourth wall at the beginning. They said they rebuilt that whole thing just because for structural reasons. They were like, just knock it out.
I like that though. Like I like that because it seems like they did it quickly. Like they could have played it out, and I would have been like, "Oh, too much talking. She needs to Hulk out and break stuff." You know what I mean?
Right.
They got to it quickly. You know what I mean? So, I liked it. It is kind of weird. Like it aired on a Thursday. Like Disney Plus is kind of hard to keep up with their schedule, right? So like first it was Wednesdays, then it was Wednesdays and Fridays when they were doing Miss Marvel and Obi-Wan at the same time, and now we're on Thursdays. I don't know if it's going to stay Thursday, but like
they just do what they want.
Yeah, I'm still paying Disney Plus every month, right? So they ain't hurting none, right? What else did I watch? I watched this show, this new show called This Fool on Hulu. This Fool, that's the name of it. And you look at it, and it's got this it's like a Hispanic cast on there, and this guy runs this. He doesn't run it, but he works at this place called Hugs for Thugs, right? So you see all these tatted up Hispanic dudes with their like baking cupcakes and stuff like that for rehab. It's funny. I've only watched one episode, but yeah, it's called This Fool.
Yeah, This Fool.
Yeah. Harley Quinn on HBO Max. I watched that. Not as funny as it has been in season past, and I think you said that, LeVon, right?
Yeah,
I liked it, but it was not as funny as it was the first 2 seasons, and I'm kind of seeing that. I'm like, you're kind of being a little extreme to be extreme. You know what I mean? Doesn't come as
random. That's natural.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll keep watching it through. I think it's only like 10 episodes. I think they've only done 6 now or something like that. I think I'm caught.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So was this one focused on the Joker?
So maybe I haven't seen all of them. Maybe I haven't seen all of them.
Because the latest one focuses on the Joker's family.
So they're talking to him, and he's got
he comes up in the episode. It's not really like focused on him per se.
Right, but so the latest episode, I don't know, maybe I'm ahead for some reason, but the latest episode like is a Joker episode.
You know what? Now that you say that, I watched it earlier in the week when I was watching it, so there might be another one out that I haven't seen. So I might not be caught up like I thought I was.
Yeah, I mean I've watched the most recent one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah. No,
Yeah, I see episode 6. It looks like it has a picture of Joker on the like thumbnail, whatever episode.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets his own episode. So
no,
you might like that more.
yeah, okay. Okay. Well, I know he started out the series in the first one, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm down for this, right? But yeah, watch that. What else did I watch? Day Shift. I did watch Day Shift. I'm with you guys. It's okay. But LeVon, I'm with you, man. That scene in the house, I was just like, oh my gosh.
They
Like that's
put
all
in work.
they were
Yeah,
putting
They put
in
in
work.
work in that house.
And look,
Right. With the brothers.
when old boy threw him the bullet, I was like, oh, I've never seen that before. I was like, you
Yeah.
gotta
Right.
be kidding me. I was like, yo,
Give me a bullet.
give me a bullet. He gave that thing to him. I was like, what? Yeah, it was wild, man. But no, like it had some good special effects. The thing that kept cracking me up, Franco, what was I can't remember,
Franco.
Abe, or whatever his name was on the movie. Like
Right.
he just kept pissing his pants, and like I don't know why that was funny to me. It's sophomore, I know,
Right.
But, like he just kept doing it. I was like, oh my gosh, it just made me laugh too hard. But yeah, watch that. What else? I started watching It's Always Sunny on Philadelphia again. I sent you guys that video clip that just makes me laugh every time. When they try to do the Coyote Ugly thing, it's hilarious. But, what else? Man, I watched and I don't know why I did. Maybe because it just came up. I watched Rambo First Blood again. I don't know if you guys have seen that recently.
Oh yeah.
If you watch it now.
Well, not recently, but yeah.
Yeah. You watch it now, you'll be like, man, really?
They do First Blood. It's just it's as an adult, you're like, man, they really treated veterans bad. You're just like, why are they being so mean to this dude?
Yeah. Yep.
You caused this. Like you made this happen.
So remember, it was Vietnam, right? Like his conflict was Vietnam, and not a lot of people were fans of it. It wasn't very popular, you know what I'm saying? So that's just what he got.
Yeah.
But
yeah, as a kid, I thought he was fighting overseas and he was doing his thing and whatever. But those are all flashbacks. Like this movie is in America. Like I was like, this, like, yeah, as an adult, you process it different. You're like, yo, like this is like hobo with a shotgun type, vibes. Like
right.
Which is actual movie. That's not a disparaging term. There's a movie called Hobo with a Shotgun. Check it out. Yeah. It's terrible, but it's good. It's so terrible, it's good.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing. I did actually buy Madden. Madden is better than what it was last year.
I don't believe you.
I know.
I don't believe you.
Here's the thing. Here's why you don't believe me, right? Like if you look at the reviews, like people are, what do you call it, review bombing or whatever? Like they're purposely just giving it poor ratings. And like when you read some of the stuff they're talking about on there, I'm like, that's not legit. Like for my little bit of time playing it, right? Like I just started playing it today, but I'm not mad at it. I'll say that. Like it's not the best, but I'm not mad at it. So
okay. And it's very surprising because Madden's been not terrible, but Madden's been the same game since they purchased the license, right? Like they make very small tweaks.
That's true. But this is that, well, I don't know when to say current gen, but like this is on the PS5, man. This thing is beautiful too.
Yeah.
Like,
really?
The way it plays, the way it moves. I'm like, oh man, like this is off the chain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it next gen only? Is there
no, there is.
I guess it's current gen. Is there an older gen?
So
you're right. That's confusing.
Yes, I'm like, when do I stop saying next gen if we've been on?
Yeah, I guess it's just
right.
I don't know.
How long has it been? Like 2 years now? I can't remember how long.
It's been like 2 years. Yeah.
It'll be 2 years in November, right?
But that first year, nobody had any except for LeVon.
That's right.
LeVon was the only one. Yeah.
First one on the block.
LeVon was out here using them as door stops,
Right.
There's no games.
Yeah. That's right. No games. It's boring. No. I'm making a lot more playtime with it lately, though.
Yeah, right. It was like it'll be 2 years in November, though, right? Am I right on that?
Yeah,
that's around when they started releasing them, right? So yeah, but no, it looks beautiful. They are releasing it on the past gen. I don't know what you would say, but like some of the features aren't there. Like some of the stuff that they've incorporated are just not in the older one. So if you have an older version, you may not get all the new features and things like that.
Which is good though. like for those who have not been able to purchase the newer one just because of scarcity or just financial reasons, right? That's a big reason why we're currently stuck where we don't know what to say next gen, current gen, last gen, because they're making games for both, right? Because they want as many people to purchase their games as possible. But with that being said, like you're not using the hardware, right? Like if you have to scale to the lowest common denominator, yeah, I know this is a PC conversation. I don't have a PC, master race conversation, whatever. Now we're currently feeling that as well, right? Like now I have to be beholden to what you can do on the PS4 on my PS5. So I got one. I want to use it. You'll get one too. They'll be available. All right. Like, stop holding me back. I said it. It's elitist. I don't care.
Calling people peasants on here. This is wild.
Because they're not as scarce, right? Like, so I walked to the store the other day, and our store is always scarce on the consoles. But I actually walked in and they had 5 Series X's on the table. So I put in my chat for work. I was like, hey, they got them on the table. To which, of course, somebody's in there like, what about PS5s? I didn't say PS5s. Said Series X's.
I need a PS5.
They currently have on the table. All right. But yeah, they're readily more available than ever before. But obviously, like gas is like $18 a gallon. So you got to weigh your options. So I want a PS5 or I want to be able to get to work. I get it.
Right.
Y'all measuring liters over there anyway, right? So it ends up being more.
Boy, I'm so glad I'm on a scoot. Like, so I have an electric scoot over here, and my commute is like 5 minutes. But for those who are filling up, because they don't want to get rained on, they don't want to be baked in the sun. Like, we have seasons over here still. They're paying per liter, so it's like $50-$60 to fill up a Fiat. It's crazy. Yeah. And that's why I use good old electric. Just charge that bad boy up, scoot to work.
But I'm done. I'm done. That's
okay.
That's all I did.
Got you. So coincidentally, I started playing Far Cry 6. So you said, LeVon said you started 5. I started 6. So it's my first Far Cry. I got it because I had that Microsoft gift card burn a hole in my pocket. So I was like, what's $25 I could buy right now? And it happened to be on sale for like $23.99 or something like that. So I bought it. So far, so good. Like, I like it. I probably put an hour or so. It's still teaching me mechanics and teach me how to do stuff. But I can see myself playing it for a while, if not beating it. I don't know if I'll do everything. I'll probably mainline it. But I like it. I like it's pretty funny at times. Like, it has surreal elements to it. But the story follows a dictator in a made-up country. I think they're all like that, but it's the guy who played the Watcher. No, he's not the Watcher. My bad. That's a different dude. That's he played Gus from Breaking Bad. What's that guy's name? Esposito. I don't know his first name.
Oh, Giancarlo. Right? And his name is Giancarlo Esposito.
Yep. So yeah. So he is the main villain. He's just good at everything he does. So I think that alone is making me get through the story because I want to interact with him more because he's so evil, but he's doing it for what he believes to be the right reasons. Right? It's complex. Right? Every dictator thinks that they're pushing the envelope to be like, I'm going to make this place better, but really they're just like making it trash.
Right.
It's the Thanos theory, right? Like,
the Thanos, right?
Yeah. The hero, or as I call him, the hero of the Avengers.
Trying to save the universe.
Right. But yeah, so far I like it. Like, I'm really liking the game. I'm not getting as much playtime as I would like because I have to do work and stuff. So that's a good sign. Like, typically, I don't mind if I have an urge to play, I just don't play. But like, I actually have an urge to play this one, so I'm like, okay, I actually like this game. Aside from that, it's been I don't know if did we talk about Prey last time we were on the show? I don't know if we talked about Prey or not. We did? Okay. Yeah. So still really enjoyed that movie. Hopefully we get even more time period pieces. I like to call documentaries on the Predator because I really enjoyed that one. Even though critics, man, like, it's getting high reviews, people really enjoy it, but then you go to, I don't read comments for a reason whenever I look at content on social media, because everybody has a disparaging comment about the movie, just enjoy it. It's a movie. Or don't enjoy it.
Right.
It's funny you bring that up, right? So like She-Hulk was getting the same thing, right? And I wonder if it's these people that just don't like seeing female characters, right? So like,
Yeah,
She-Hulk
there's a
was
lot of that.
good. Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
that's probably why they're doing it. You know what I mean? Like they want to see their male heroes or whatever it may be. And it's like,
I just don't get it.
no.
But because you get tired of seeing the same protagonist and everything, right? It's the same dude, same type of dude, and everything you watch or view or whatever. Because like I even like the last Terminator, the one that had the female lead, and they had a female T. She wasn't a 1000, but she was like
She was
next
Oh
gen.
yeah.
3,000. Yeah, she was way up.
Yeah, whatever model. Yeah, she was out here murking people. And then they had Sarah Connor's original actress came back, whatever. I thought it was really good. People hated it. They were like, oh, it's terrible, yada yada yada. I'm like, you just don't like see female leads, right? Just say that. And then She-Hulk, like it's not possible to have a male lead. It's called She-Hulk.
Yeah.
You knew what you were getting into, right? Like,
just don't
Right.
watch it. But and I watched that this week, and I tweeted you guys because I watched it like the hour it dropped because because I'm ahead in time or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, this is really good. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. So I have high hopes for the rest of the season, and I do like how they just knocked it out to begin with, like just how she got her powers, how she can skip some of the steps Bruce had to go through. People hate that.
Mhm.
They was like, oh. Like he did this for
Right.
years. She just did an episode. Like just
he
don't watch it.
wasn't thrilled about it either.
Right. Yeah, he was not. He was not happy. And I like the comedic side of it. I like that they're doing something different and introducing the new character. And I think it'll have pretty good implications for the future, right? I think some good tie-ins are going to come off of this show. So I'm very interested in watching it. So I think they did a good job. And CG is on point. Like people were like, it's going to look terrible, yada yada yada. I mean,
Yeah.
to have two big green people on the screen at one time, I think it looks really good.
Yeah.
And they spared no cost on budget, but the VFX creators are probably like tired from having to revamp some of the stuff. Like I said, because structurally they changed some stuff. So that may be an indication of why the CG was not finished when they started showing things off, because they were changing some of the way that the show was going to be aired. But it's neither here nor there, right? I like it. I think they did a good job. But Day Shift, I'm higher on Day Shift than you guys are. I actually enjoyed it a lot. It was just a dumb action flick, and I was here for it. But again, I'm a B-side type guy. Like I'm really interested in like where's the union come from? Like why does it function the way it functions? Like all these new types of vampires and how they're all so different. Like I'm interested in all that stuff. I can't wait till them to hopefully do a sequel or a prequel or something, right? But I say that and Netflix will just not do something just because remember Bright, the Will Smith movie, where it had like
aliens,
like that was supposed to get a sequel or something. That just never happened. That was years ago, before the slap.
I was like, it probably won't happen now.
That was before the slap.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but they're just like, it's a one-off, and they're just done with it. You're just like, okay, Netflix.
Right.
All right. What else? I started Atlanta finally. I really enjoy it. I'm way behind though. Like they're on their final season of Atlanta. I just now started it. I think it's hilarious, but you have to have a certain sense of humor to enjoy it, right? Something else I started. Classroom of the Elite. It's an anime I started. I made it through almost the entire first season. Actually enjoying it. I haven't watched an anime that like back to back in a while. But it's pretty good. There's 2 seasons out there. So I'm about to finish season 1, and then because of my territory, I have to then I can't watch it on my Xbox because there's no VPN on it. So I have to watch it on my laptop, because over here they make you pay for a second season, typically for like all of them. But in the States, it's already running for free on Crunchyroll. So I'll have to jump over to my laptop to finish it. Not a huge deal. First world problem, right? It is what it is.
Right.
But
What was the name of
I
that
don't
one?
pay. It's called Classroom of the Elite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've heard that one.
So it's like it's kind of like a slice of life, and then it quickly turns, right? Like it's a bunch of kids who are going to this elite school because of their grades and what have you, and they break them into different class A, B, C, and D, D being the worst, when based on test scores and just interaction amongst each other. So class D is trying to work their way up to being class A. But a lot of the characters, you figure out a lot of the characters are not who they seem to be. Like in any other anime, right? It's always the character who is hiding their identity, yada yada yada. But it's pretty clever. Like I like it. Like I still know who the main protagonist is and why he is so mediocre, but he's not, right. He's like trying to fly under the radar. It's slowly starting to unravel. So I'm like, okay, I like this. So I've been checking it out. That pretty much does it for me when it comes to content. It's a lot actually, but with still full-time job right now, teaching nights. I'm enjoying that. This will be my second week, so just preparing slides and trying to figure out, like I said earlier in the podcast episodes, I'm going to take that DDoS attack and use it as a teachable moment, right? Like, hey, look, this is something that just happened, or at least something that was just recently revealed, right? Yeah, because it happened back in June, but they're just now talking about it. It's how IoT devices or any device could be susceptible, yada yada yada. So I can build that into, my curriculum for the class. So it's pretty exciting. Sounds boring, but I enjoy this. So
That's good stuff.
yeah. But yeah, that pretty much sums up my week. This week coming up, we got more She-Hulk. I'm going to go watch Beast or The Beast or whatever. It's the Idris Elba movie. Mm-hmm. I saw one trailer for yesterday. So I was like, meh, why not?
You know what's crazy is I saw a Breakfast Club interview he did with Will Packer, who's producer for it. And he talked about how his daughter, Idris Elba's daughter, auditioned for it because apparently it's he has two daughters in the movie, right? That he deals with, and she didn't get cast, and she didn't talk to him. She didn't talk to him for a few weeks. But Idris was like, look, he's like, he told Will, he was like, treat her like you would anybody else. He was like, nepotism is not what we're going for here. Like if she doesn't cut it, she doesn't cut it. But it's not that she wasn't good. It's that the interaction they needed, and I haven't seen the movie, but because it hasn't been released yet, but the interaction they needed that they have in real life doesn't play well for what they're going for in the movie. So I don't know if he has a strained relationship with his daughter, with one of his daughters in the movie, and he can't portray that with his real daughter, or what, or maybe vice versa. I don't know.
Right. Just the chemistry wasn't there for whatever reason.
Right. But yeah, she didn't talk to her dad for a few weeks after that. He was like, we're good. He's like, we're good now. Right. I noticed Idris Elba says a lot of 100%. That's what he says, his response to everything. Right. 100%. In his Cockney accent, but.
Right. But are you still rich by proxy?
Yeah.
But I bet you got an Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
But I get it though. But yeah, but like you very chill. We see Denzel Washington's son. Oh man, I can never get this dude's name right.
John David Washington.
There it is, John David Washington. Didn't even go by dad's name, but everybody knew who he was. I mean, everybody knew who you were, but he tried to do it himself, right? Like, sometimes you gotta put your best foot forward out there. But there's other actors that suck, but they get put on because of their spouse or their family lineage or whatever. It happens, but we know they suck.
It is
so true. It's different.
Yeah. It is true.
Yeah. I saw the trailer for it. I think it looks pretty good. I just don't know if I'm actually gonna go see it in the theater. I may just wait for it to come out someplace else or something.
I'm only going because it's some coworkers are like, yeah, let's go see this. I didn't even know what it was. They were like Beast movie or The Beast or whatever. I was like, I'm probably gonna skip that one. And they were like, well, Idris Elba's in it. And I was like, I gotta go now.
Right. I was want to go just to support Idris.
Yeah, I was
But,
like, nah, I gotta go with
It
that
doesn't seem like that,
one. So,
yeah, it seems like I kind of know how that movie's gonna play out and all that kind of stuff. It seems like a typical, like, I don't know,
yeah.
Are
running
you
through the
so
jungles, like
so to
monsters
let
coming after you. Sorry,
to,
go ahead, Shan.
no, you're good. You're good. Excuse me. To let him tell it on the Breakfast Club, it may not be as straightforward as it seems, right?
Right.
Um,
Oh, okay.
he said so like it's one of those things where the lion is CGI, right? Like because they don't have
Yeah.
a lion there, but he was like, no, we really went into the jungles of Africa. Like they were really in Africa, like hours out from a major city there. You know what I mean? Like they were doing it real deal. Yeah. Cause like him and him and Will Packer were kind of teasing each other because like he just was like, nah, man. He was like, you weren't out there set. Will was like, don't do that. He was like, don't tell people that. He was like, they're gonna believe you. You know what I mean? I mean, he wasn't out there every day because he's a producer, but he did visit the set
Right.
to make sure everything was going well. But he was like, nah, man. He was like, people don't believe you. But he was like, he just was like, nah, we were like out in the brush, man. Like it was real deal.
Mm,
No, thank you. See, that's like recreate that on the lot. Like
right.
recreate it for a real lion show up. No, thank you.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
but I'll check it out. Like I'll give it a fair shake. But like I said, I'm going in there completely blind, no expectations. So that's usually better, right? Like
Yeah.
it can only go up from here. But yeah, until they told me who the main actor was, and then I finally saw a trailer yesterday. It just so happened to play. I was watching Atlanta, and then it had ads, so it came up, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's what I'm going to go see." That's how excited I am. I was like, "Oh, there it is."
I say the trailer hits pretty hard when you're in the theater. The Beast trailer, like
Okay.
it's like it fills the theater up with the line. It sounds like
Oh,
freaking
okay.
like the lines inside of the theater, like about to attack you or something.
It may be.
Yeah, they may actually unleash yeah.
Right.
But speaking of that
There's a
movie,
tiger in there.
yeah, what's the movie? The Woman King. I think it's coming out in September. I don't know if you guys seen the trailer for that one.
I've seen one trailer for that, and I was like, okay.
With the Viola Davis. Yeah, it looks pretty. I mean, it looks like they're doing a pretty good job on it. It came like out. I think the trailer came out right after the Black Panther 2 trailer.
Oh, Wakanda
teaser.
Forever. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Wakanda Forever. So I think
that
kind
would
of
be
like
a good. Yeah,
got
a good idea.
overshadowed. Yeah. But it's coming out. Yeah, the month before Black Panther comes out. So, or 2 months actually, since it's coming out in November, I think.
It's about November. Okay.
Yeah,
So
Wakanda Forever.
I'll be back home by then. Yeah.
Yeah. But
So,
the Viola Davis one.
But you're saying the Viola Davis one is coming out 2 months before?
Yeah,
So
it's September 16th, I think it is when it comes
Gotcha.
out. So like next month.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the trailer look pretty dope. They got some it's supposed to be based on like a true story. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'll go check it out. She rarely misses as well. Like usually her movies are always really good. So
I don't know, man. I like I don't How to Get Away with Murder. That just kind of went out.
So I think I watched the first couple episodes. And my wife kept watching it. I don't know if she ever finished it though. But I was like, oh, it's really good. But how long could that show last?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
exactly. Like I got into the second season and I was like, come on now. There's no way. You guys are you should have been caught by now. Like,
right.
No way. No way. Yeah.
But yeah, I never finished it. But again, I can't. It's really hard for me to watch week by week by week. Like I didn't even jump on the Disney Plus shows until after 3 of the series had already been released, and then I got in there. Right, I just can't keep doing it. Like you just got to give me all the content. So, but Disney is the exclusion. But I don't know about this Daredevil. It's like 18 episodes or something ridiculous. Like it's a lot of episodes comparatively to Disney Plus TV shows. I don't know if I got it in me. Like just give me, because Netflix just gave it all to you, right? You got all of Daredevil at one time. You just marathon that thing. I don't know if I can do like 16 weeks or whatever. That just seems excessive.
That does seem kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's a bit much, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'll go ahead and land this plane. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you for LeVon. For another great week. Definitely tune into the content. Monday and Tuesday were our topics. Wednesday was discussion. No Ask Us SP this week, but you can go back and watch the previous one with Skylar Hunter. Ask a Script Kitty was the title of that one. Definitely continue to check us out on social media. All of our social medias go by the podcast name. You can hit me up personally. I'm at RY Security Guy. That's RY Security Guy. I'm on LinkedIn, Clubhouse, Twitter, and TikTok. And you, LeVon?
Yes, sir. You can hit me up on the Twitters at LeVon Maynard.
There it is. Stay safe, stay secure.
Take care.